And this is going to help you to just check the droplets coming from the patients and from the suspects.
Thank you so much.
Dr.
Yes,
Sagu, I have a
yeah.
question for you from Nigeria.
Yes,
We are
please.
having this problem with chloroquine. A lot of people are running, they are running wild. We have a high demand for chloroquine. How
Yeah.
effective is chloroquine and malarial drugs to prevent or to help sustain a coronal victim?
Yeah. So the chloroquine effect has been not been proved yet, but yes, we have seen on some trials and some data they support that use of the chloroquine prophylactically as well as therapeutically is good for the patient of COVID-19. So here I would like to tell you the principal action of the chloroquine, how the chloroquine acts. Actually, a chloroquine, it accumulates in the lungs, and its major action, there are two types of the action. One action is that chloroquine itself, it prevents the mRNA synthesis of the virus. It prevents the mRNA synthesis of the virus in the cytoplasm of epithelial cells. So this is mechanism of action which has come out, that by hampering the mRNA synthesis, it can check on the replication or the proliferation of the virus in the host cell. Second, it can also oxidize the proteins of the virus. So that can be the another action. And number three, it can also hamper with the action of the binding of the virus with the receptors. So by these three mechanisms, it is supposed to be act as a prophylactic and as a therapeutic drug for the COVID-19. But the doses, the recommended doses which has been given by the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, they say you can, for the prophylaxis, I mean for the suspect, or we can do for the prophylaxis before taking any type of the infection from the COVID-19. But the dosage is 400 milligrams once a week. And for therapeutic in COVID patients, there is dose of 800 twice a day on the day one, and then 400 twice a day for day two, day three, day four, day five, and day six. Yeah, yeah. Just hold on. Just hold on. I have to switch off my lights. It's already 9 o'clock. Then I'll show you.
And Kit, what is happening there?
So in India, they're trying to join everyone in India and from all over the world to light a candle.
We are closing the light for 8 minutes around India, and a lot of countries are supporting us. And we are closing it for 9 minutes so that we create some kind of unity. And we need the blessings from the God, basically. And that's what we have to unite ourselves.
Oh.
And it's happening around India. You won't believe, all the lights are off and all the candles are on.
I bet it's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful.
I've experienced Diwali in India, and it is a majestically beautiful carnival. Yeah. It's something I really would love to experience again.
Mindset. So we're going to take a moment and then get back to unifying our world in talks.
Yeah, Kim. All the residential lights are off, and you can see some candle lights on the balconies of all the houses. But street lights are on, but residential lights are off. This has been announcement by the Prime Minister of India, Modi, that we should switch off all the lights at 9 o'clock for 9 minutes, and we should lit the candle so that we can win over the darkness by putting a light. So this is how we are. So this is how we are, following all the guidelines.
I can't get to all of my lights. I got way too much light here, but anyway, I lit my candle. So and we need to say a prayer to God to help us and deliver us from this plague and this
Yeah.
evil.
This is my candle of light,
Wow.
and it has been announced that you can lit your candles, you can
This your
lit
light?
the homemade diyas, you can
Yes.
lit the
There you
flashlight
go.
of the mobile.
That will work, Khalid, yeah. That will work, yeah.
So
There you
this is the
go.
flashlight of the mobile.
Yeah.
Carla's got hers.
I'll be sharing the videos maybe after 15-20 minutes because I'll get a lot of videos online. But you won't believe it's all dark outside, and it's a beautiful atmosphere, and people are uniting and talking about how we can unitedly fight with the virus, and that is what the message is. And if we don't unite together, and you won't believe after the announcement of Prime Minister PM Modi, 15 of the countries have joined us, and I mean they are also doing a bit to make things work basically. So that is what the
So
message
my
is.
so this is my house from inside, and every light is switched off. Only the refrigerator is on, and some candles are on. So this is the flashlight of the mobile is on, and so we have a darkness in our house, but we are lighting the candle so that we can win over the darkness by putting some light. These are the street lights. You can see the street light outside,
You
but the
outside?
light
I'm
is
outside.
but
What
the
a
light.
magical moment for Amishi. I bet Amishi is enjoying this. Oh my goodness.
Amishi?
All the residential lights are off for now.
Yeah,
Hi, Amishi.
Yeah.
flashlight.
So it's all dark outside, and everyone is enjoying the lights from the beautiful diyas and the candles and the digital light which Scarlett was flashing. So that is what we are trying to.
Hey, Scarlett has her phone. And everybody pray.
Sasha, have you seen something from Indians in Canada? Something like this?
Yes. Thank you, Scarlett. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you, Kim, for supporting us.
My
Sasha?
pleasure. My pleasure.
I'll do it too. I'm
Sasha.
You know, there are a lot of Indians
Thank
in
you.
Canada. They also lighting their lights.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you very much. Thank you, Adlagan. Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I just listened to a program by Farid Zakaria, and he was telling that
Yeah. Look at this.
he said that India is doing admirable job in containing coronavirus. He praised India a lot. So,
India has done an excellent job.
yeah.
I'm glad to hear that New York is reporting good news because we just heard they had 630 more die yesterday.
Yes.
So,
You know, Sasha, yeah. If we want to break the chain, then I think we should join hands globally to contain this virus. This is not the matter of only India. This is not the matter of only Canada, US, Nigeria. This is the matter of whole of the globe.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking about Canada, Canada is it makes people to observe very strict, not social but physical distances. They are penalties, at least $1,000. But if you do it second time, it's already $5,000. So it's escalating when you're disobeying the orders. And it works. It works. Nobody so far got $5,000, but $1,000 are quite already a few people who are in the parks or a few drivers who are driving and they couldn't prove where exactly they're going, where do they live, where do they work, and it was outside of their normal route, so they were charged $1,000. So that works pretty well, I think. So far, I personally didn't get any tickets, so I'm okay. But now I'm scared somewhat. If I'm going to buy a beer and I will be stopped, but all I have I have to prove that particular liquor store is the closest to my residence. If it's the closest, I'm fine. But the problem is at my closest liquor store, there are huge lineups. So I went to another one when there's much less lineups, and that's why I'm here. So I could have been stopped.
So,
and
Calvin,
explanation.
I know, Calvin. I love Sasha. Sasha's got this spirit. But listen to this: essential companies can stay open, and the liquor store is essential. So
this is the whole street you can see.
So I'm sure in Africa and Nigeria is different, but in Canada and America, it's essential. We do not close our liquor stores. We don't even close them when a hurricane hits. No.
If the liquor shops are so important here, I guess the only place that is going to be open here in Africa is just the liquor store, because we like having so much fun, and most especially when the rumor of taking liquor and it probably might prevent you from coronavirus, and so we had a high rate of alcohol takers. Everybody kept on drinking alcohol like like there's no more tomorrow. But immediately when we recorded our first case, then it was very hard. People understood exactly why. 9 minutes for India, yes. Very good, very good, very
9
good.
minutes for the
This
world.
is impressive.
9 minutes for the world, not just for India. We're all here. That's why we're doing
impressive.
This.
It's impressive.
We're
this
connecting
very, very
people
impressive.
from all over the world.
Yes,
That's not fair.
time is over for now. Now the time is over.
Telling the entire that this is our salute to the doctors who are on the front line. This is our salute to the 31,000 doctors.
Wow.
So this is now the time is over for this the lightness over the darkness. So here I would like to make a comment on liquor.
They go
So
out there. They go out there and do their service tonight.
look, the thing the alcohol can prevent you from coronavirus is not right.
This is beautiful.
It was that if you have a sanitizer, if that has the alcohol, so that alcohol can denature the protein of the virus when it is on the outside surface, not inside. So you should avoid the alcohol if you want to boost up your immunity, if you want to fight against the coronavirus. So you have to stop the alcohol.
Dr. Sagur.
I agree. Dr. Sagu, thank you. Also, you were talking about the effects of some of the medications like the chloroquine. And one of the things we were talking about is you need to get any treatment from your doctor. Pick up the phone, call your doctor and talk to them about the treatments, because some of these can be very dangerous if you try to self-treat. They could actually kill you. So you don't want to just be taking something because people say, oh, this is going to work. Because we do, and we are very aware that some of these medications, though you might be able to buy them on the street somewhere, it can be very dangerous. Correct, Dr. Sagu?
Yes, please.
There's actually been a death of somebody who took hydroquinone in excess. So you're absolutely right, Kimberly, about that. And I just wanted to check with Dr. Sagu, just as my process of cross-referencing. I read an article in the New Zealand Herald which said that ivermectin, which is a anti-lice drug, has been killing the coronavirus in a petri dish for over 24 hours. You know, the action is over 24 hours. Have you also, can you corroborate that that information?
Yes, Rakesh. I think some university in Australia and New Zealand, they did some clinical trial. What they did, they cultured the COVID-19 in a culture media. Then they put some ivermectin. Ivermectin is approved drug as a anti-helminthic, as a anti-parasitic, which we are using all over the world regularly. And they put some medicine over there, and by putting that medicine, they say that the total viral load which was there in the culture, that has gone down after 24 hours. But we have not used this ivermectin on the human beings, and even the animal clinical trials has not been done. This is just a study on the culture media, and I don't know. We don't have enough literature that this ivermectin has anti-COVID-19 action as well.
Yeah, just wanted to clarify that. The other point that
It may be because of it. Yeah, it may be because of coagulation of the protein of the virus or something. That is in vitro. That is not in vivo. It
in
has
vivo,
been done. Yeah, it has been done in vitro. I don't know what action would be there when we use it in vivo.
true.
Yeah.
I did come across somebody mentioning about globalization, and I'll just make one point and then I'll get off the queue because I know there's lots of you wanting to discuss things. I think every country can learn one thing from this pandemic, that there has to be a core amount of medical supplies that have to be in each country. So maybe medical products can be excluded from globalization, and I think that's about all I can sensibly contribute to your discussion. So I'll retire for tonight. Thank you very much, all of you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
So nice. Just you see the program. Just Dr. Sagu just shown you so thrilling and so energizing. Just see that how the country is just united,
Yes.
and all of
Thank
you
you.
just you so the strength to fight the COVID-19. So just you saw that Dr. Sagu is here also, and how just India is total for the 9 minutes without lights out, lamps lit, and the lamps glow for the 9 minutes in India. So thrilling and so country. Just you see the footage and photos and all, how countries united just for the India and just for the global society. We are or are living in the global village. Now we have now and just we saw today really how the just country is doing, how our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been doing, is doing for the country. This is totally, if you go inside the how, what is the impact of light? It can be analyzed, it can be viewed, it can be read by a different one. Without light, we can't think of the life. Every place, light is important. Light to inner self, light to externally. But any this if any books, any religious book, any moral books, anything you find how light is the total impact in our life. And in Indian tradition, if you see the tantric rituals, if you think or not, there is a very important this light therapy. You just how light impact in our life. If you live in darkness, if you light, you can find the difference. Light, how the mild light, how the just the